Welcome back to the Review Couch, where we pull back the curtain on the cinematic experiences that matter. Today, we're not just talking about another run-of-the-mill romantic comedy. We're talking about a film that dares to ask, what happens when the carefully constructed walls of conventional relationships come crashing down, and you seek solace in the most unconventional of places? What happens when support takes a turn into uncharted, chaotic territory? Get ready, because Splitsville 2025 promises to explore just that and much, much more. So, let's get down to brass tacks. Splitsville 2025 is an R-rated comedy clocking in at a brisk 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's slated for a U.S. release on August 22nd, 2025, so mark your calendars. This is an American production, and the primary language is English, though it's also known by the intriguing alternate title, Niskromne. The heart of Splitsville beats around a simple yet profoundly complicated premise. When Ashley asks for a divorce, our protagonist, the good-natured Carrie, understandably seeks support. Where does he turn? To his friends, Julie and Paul. Now, Julie and Paul have a rather unique secret to happiness, an open marriage. And this is where the plot truly ignites. The synopsis tells us that things spiral into chaos when Carrie crosses the line, throwing all of their intertwined relationships into disarray. It sounds like a fertile ground for both genuine laughs and perhaps some uncomfortable truths about modern relationships. Behind the camera, we have Michelangelo Covino at the helm as director, who also co-wrote the screenplay with Kyle Marvin. This shared creative vision from the director and writer often leads to a very cohesive and personal film, which is always something to look forward to. And what about the faces we'll be seeing? The film boasts a notable cast, including Dakota Johnson as Julie, Adria Arjona as Ashley, Kyle Marvin stepping in as Carrie, and Michelangelo Covino himself as Paul. The ensemble also features familiar names like Simon Webster, Charlie Gillespie, David Castaneda, and O.T. Fagbenle, among others, promising a rich tapestry of characters. The film is brought to us by a trio of production companies, Watch This Ready, Neon, and Tea Time Pictures. Neon, in particular, has a reputation for distributing unique and often critically acclaimed films, which bodes well for the film's quality. For those who enjoy a peek before the main event, the IMDb page already hosts 2 videos, including an official trailer that runs 2 minutes and 26 seconds, along with 13 intriguing photos. And for the soundtrack aficionados, keep an ear out for Whenever I Call You Friend, performed by Kenny Loggins and Stevie Nicks. Now let's talk about what makes Splitsville a film to anticipate. First off, the premise itself is a huge strength. An R-rated comedy delving into the complexities of divorce and the dynamics of an open marriage, especially when an outsider crosses the line, offers a compelling narrative hook. This isn't your grandma's rom-com. It promises a mature, potentially subversive take on relationships and boundaries. Then there's the talent involved. With Michelangelo Covino and Kyle Marvin not just writing but also directing and starring, there's a strong sense of ownership and a singular creative vision that can often elevate a film. And the cast is a significant draw. Dakota Johnson, known for her diverse roles, can bring a unique blend of vulnerability and sharp wit to her character. Adria Arjona's presence adds further depth, and Kyle Marvin, as Carrie, the man at the center of the storm, provides a central anchor. Crucially, the film already has a strong critical backing, as evidenced by its Metascore of 71 based on 12 critic reviews. This indicates that early critical reception is largely positive, suggesting a well-crafted and engaging film. While the IMDb user rating currently sits at 6.8 out of 10 based on 232 ratings, which is respectable, the Metascore provides a strong vote of confidence from professional critics. The film's rating of R also suggests a willingness to tackle mature themes and humor without pulling punches, allowing for a more authentic and uninhibited exploration of its subject matter. While Splitsville 2025 shows immense promise, it's worth noting a couple of points. The IMDb user rating of 6.810, while decent, is currently based on a relatively small sample size of 232 votes. For a film yet to be widely released, this is expected, but it means the overall audience consensus could still shift as more people see and rate the movie. It's not a weakness of the film itself, but rather a point to keep an eye on regarding its eventual audience reception. Regarding comparisons, I must be direct. Based on the information provided in the sources, there are no direct comparisons made to other films. Sources do not provide this. This leaves us, as viewers and critics, with the exciting opportunity to discover Splitsville's unique voice and how it will carve out its own space within the comedy genre, especially when tackling such contemporary and often sensitive relationship dynamics. It suggests the film might be charting its own course rather than directly emulating others. So, what's my final take on Splitsville 2025 based on what we know? This is a film that appears to be more than just a comedy. It's a social commentary, a look into the messy, often hilarious, and sometimes painful realities of relationships, divorce, and the blurred lines of modern love. With a compelling plot, a strong creative team at its core, and a talented cast bringing it all to life, Splitsville is shaping up to be a thought-provoking and thoroughly entertaining experience. The positive Metascore is a strong indicator of its potential quality. My assessment is that Splitsville 2025 is a film definitely worth watching when it hits theaters on August 22nd, 2025. It seems poised to spark conversations and leave a lasting impression. But ultimately, dear viewers, my opinion is just that, an opinion. The true test comes when you experience the film. So I urge you, watch the official trailer, mark your calendars, and when Splitsville 2025 arrives, go see it. Then head over to IMDb and share your own ratings and reviews. Let's see how this intriguing comedy truly resonates with audiences worldwide. That's it for today's deep dive. Until next time, keep watching, keep thinking, and keep those conversations going.